Yo, what's up? Good morning, America. Oh, I like that. Good morning, America. What's good? What's good? Facebook. What's good? YouTube, Twitch, um, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, IG, MeWe. What's good, everybody? This is this is just gonna be brief. This is gonna be brief. I'm not gonna be up here too long. But there's really no news to talk about. Just wanted to get on here and wish everybody a happy Friday, and I want everybody to have a great weekend. And you can see the name of the title. Um, yeah, America. I really hope and pray that we don't fall for this crap that we see that's going on. There's no need to get on here and talk about all the different instances that are taking place. I just really hope and pray that America as a whole right now is just sitting back, um, taking in all of the evilness that is being conducted right now in America, knowing that we don't like it one bit, we don't agree with it one bit, and we really we we need to stop pretending like we're okay with it. You know, from now on, when you find yourself around people who for some reason still just don't get it, it's no longer our job to remain silent. It's our duty to say something and correct the situation because it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. So yesterday, I'm sure everybody's seen it. I don't care if you want to blame it on the sandbag. You mean to tell me you couldn't see the sandbag? So we have the so-called president of these United States trying to make his way off the stage somehow, and he falls. Now this has to be what, one, two. This has to be the third or fourth time in his 2.5 year reign that this man has. Well, no, this time he really did bust his ass. He really did. The other two, those were close calls. But this time, down went Biden. I don't ever recall Trump falling. Now, I recall Trump, remember when he was going down the ramp and he had a little misstep? Now, I remember that. I remember that. But as far as literally busting your ass, no, no, that didn't happen. You know, we got Trump out here shooting 3 pointers, swinging golf clubs and shit. Vladdy, he flipping people over his hip in jujitsu and all this shit. Lord know what the young boy over in North Korea doing and stuff like that. But we got all of these other athletic world leaders, physically, able to do something. And here we have to look at Joe Biden. Can't even walk. He can't even walk. That's what his ass get for trying to skip off somewhere. See, my wife was pointing it out, and she was telling me when when you start to lose it, you can't react so swiftly like that. And if y'all seen the video, y'all see him turn around and try to trot his ass off the stage. Slow your roll, Joe. Slow down, bro. Slow down. Turn around real slow like you do normally and look and observe and look in your surroundings because you move too fast. You see the sandbag got your ass. Come on, man. I love using that term. I think that's probably the only good thing I got from Joe Biden. But it's morning time. I can see the comments. Fear no more, folks. You are so right about that. It is overwhelming. It is overwhelming. Let our voices be heard louder than before with no tone for all. You're right. You're right. Because if we don't, I mean, we are really going to be in a world of trouble. But it's a beautiful day out here. I'm in Tennessee, and I think it's going to be a 90-degree day. Let me see. I haven't even linked on to any of my apps to see who is in, but I am doing that right now, if I can get it there. And I believe I can. But what's the weather like where you are? And like I said, we already know the madness that's going on, man. We just gotta see if people, and that's a good one, don't comply. We gotta see how many more people still complying, because this shit is getting ridiculous, yo. This shit is getting ridiculous. Um, I'm tired of focusing on the shit that they're doing. The bigger issue at hand is we know what they're doing is messed up. So I don't. It's just asinine. It really is asinine. Now, there might be some people out there that don't understand how the system works. So they'll sit back and be like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean they're doing this? What do you mean they can't do that? Americans, normally, we are a people, we're a hustling type of people. We know the game. We know scams when we see them. You know, especially depending on where we grew up. We know bullshit when we see it. And it's gotten to the point where the shit is so blatant and the shit is so obvious, you ain't even gotta be from a inner city or be from a place anymore that is known for being a city slicker or knowing scams when you see it or things of that nature. It's so obvious. Little simple country folk, little simple tractor driving, cow milking, just little simple dairy farming, just little simple people recognize the bullshit that's going on. So you don't gotta be no big time street person that knows the streets and has to know, you know, when you being played. No, people know when they being played. People know when they being played. I did a video yesterday. And I think it was with Daniel. Yeah. We did it. He's up in New Hampshire, and Facebook took it down. Why? Let me let the hot rod go by. Why did Facebook take it down? For the simple reason that we just sit up on the platform and talk about the actual and the factual. The shit that's going on is just crazy. It's just crazy. I don't want to hear no more illegal stuff about Trump. I don't want to hear about no more investigations about Trump. I don't want to hear about no more confidential documents about Trump. Nothing he should have had about Trump. I don't want to hear smack about Donald Trump anymore until you start focusing on Joe Biden. And see, that's what that's what we see. That's what we see. Why y'all keep bringing up Donald Trump? Now they want to talk about They got some phone call or some, they got him doing something with classified documents some more. So now they want to come out and have the audacity, after totally turning a blind eye on everything people have been saying about Joe Biden, just not wanting to investigate anything that has to do with the right, with the left. And then you still have the nerve to bring up something on Trump. Y'all really think the American people are that stupid? The Democrats really think we, the American people, are that stupid to where we don't even think about that? No, they know we think about that. They just don't care. They just don't care. So what are we going to do to show people that think we think that they don't know what we're talking about? We know exactly what we're talking about. I hope that made sense. It's early. I'm only on my first cup of coffee. How dare you? With all the shit out there that ain't even been investigated. That's one of the things that got me. They won't even attempt to look at any of the shit that has to do with the left. But they come out every day and they telling people, and they telling Comer, and they telling these committees, oh yeah, we did the investigations. We did our due diligence. We did the investigations. We looked into it. So you want me to believe, and you want everybody else to believe, that you looked into it, and for some reason, all of this shit just happened to be out of your peripheral or out of your sight. It just happened to disappear when you were looking for it, and all of a sudden it reappeared. No, if you did your investigation and you did it properly, the same information that we're finding out now would have been the same information that you would have found in the first place. Why, America, listen, America, aren't you tired of being played for a fool? They're doing it right in front of your face. They're slapping you to the left, they're slapping you to the right, and enough is enough. Enough is enough. And they know we know, but they're like, they're not going to do nothing about it. And they know we can, because we have that right. We have that right. What they're doing is blatantly wrong. It's blatantly corrupt. But people like me and others will get in trouble for just stating a fact. So we get in trouble for stating to the world and to our followers what is actually taking place. All right? Dude, I've been over it for a long time. So has many others. This shit is deep. This shit is major deep. Major deep. We're on the cups of losing America, and people just walking around like it's just another day. Just another day living in the hood, just another day around the way, feeling good today. Man, it's crazy. Americans need to wake up. Americans need to wake up. Americans need to wake up. Now, you got all these people that talk about voting, 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 voting. Fine. You inner city people, y'all need to wake up. Basically, to me right now, it's way past that. Y'all deal with that how y'all deal with that. I just got to put it out there because obviously it is true. I just feel we're way past that. We got bigger giants to slay, and then we gonna have to deal with that. But right now, if y'all want to focus on the lower level stuff, that's cool. But right now, there's other bigger fish to fry. But in your local communities, I see these Americans in these communities of all colors and all nationalities being and moaning and complaining about what's going on with the crime and the illegal immigration and the drugs and the homelessness. Y'all come out, y'all complain. Y'all are complaining about the same people that y'all put in. So why do y'all keep putting them in? Stop coming out crying about your living situations. You crying out to the government, but you're putting your lower level officials in office that have reign over your districts and where you live. You're dealing with the situation totally out of order. Stop getting on TV talking to the world thinking you're going to get federal or the government help when you should be out there in front of your city halls holding the same people that march with you, holding your hand when something goes down. But when shit really need to be done, they're nowhere around. Those are the same people you need to be holding them accountable. But y'all not doing that. Y'all ready to be buddy with the same people that's keeping y'all in poverty-stricken situations. But they not living that way. They not living that way. Americans, you see the title. Like, share, subscribe. Ring that bell. Smash that bell so you can get them notifications if you're on YouTube. Americans, when are y'all gonna finally say enough is enough? I mean, granted, if the majority of Americans are waiting to get to the voting stations and to the voting polls, let me ask you a question. Now we see the approval rating of Joe Biden, and um, for an approval rating to be so low, how can a man win? That's all I can say. That's all I can go off of. With an approval rating, a disapproval rating now reaching the 70 mark, 70% mark, how can a man like that win? So if it did just say come out that he won, and you got 70% of the nation that disapproved of him, where does that leave us then? Where does that leave us then? Are we then gonna see? Are we gonna have another separation and really see who the patriots are after that? You know? Or are we still gonna sit back and be like, wow, no. What we got? What we got? God created man and females, not one kind of sex. Right? Wait. God created male and females. Yes, he created males and females, not one kind of sex, right? No, not one kind of sex. No, not one kind of sex. Male and female, you're right. I don't want to get twisted up in there. I gotta fly, take care, and remember God loves you. I appreciate that all, and so do we stand strong and firm and louder, but help each other start if your own community, then the towns, and then cities. You are totally right. You're totally right. Um, some of us are more fortunate than others. Some of us live in communities and live in environments such as myself, to where um, and it's beautiful because uh, to see the American flags, and to know that people truly understand the meaning behind it, and they fly it proudly. Um, you know, I live in a community where we can, and I put a post up on this. I live in a community where me and my wife, we can, still go to bed with our doors open. We're fortunate enough to still be able to take an 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the morning walk to our local gas station, Shell down the road. We live in a community where we can do that, where neighbors still help one another, where neighbors still look out for one another, and for each other's well-being. Some people aren't that fortunate. Some people aren't that fortunate. So, and that's when the work starts, and that's when the patriotism kicks in. When you see people that do live in areas that are better off, but yet are still concerned about the situations in communities that need to be that way. It just shows that Patriot Nation isn't a selfish nation. Um, you know, it's something to behold. But it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to be an American. It's a beautiful day to, you know, to still have to sit back and try to register everything that's still taking place. And like I said, some people don't understand. You got some people today that has woken up, and and it's nothing wrong with it. They're up, and they're glued on to their weather channel because they're addicted to what the weather's like in different parts of the world for whatever reason. Then you got those who are hooked on your ESPN, your sports channels. That's all they'll watch that. I used to do that. But then, I think I try to put things in a different perspective, because I was like, wow, if I can't come out and save my country, if I lose my country, well, hell, I'm gonna lose my sports all day and all of that stuff. So I'm trying to prioritize, if y'all can understand what I'm saying. If I lose my country, there's no guarantee I'm gonna have my ESPN and have my sports networks and all of this. Or at least if I got them, there's no guarantee I'm gonna be able to link in and watch them when I want to watch them. Suppose they tell me I can only watch sports on Monday and Tuesday if I lose my country, and situations like that arise, because that's what falls under dictatorship and communism. You're told what to do. They own you. They own you 7 days a week. It might not start out that way. It might start out 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, but gradually it picks up, and you only got 7 days. But yeah, yeah. So, and people really need to put it this way: grown-ups, y'all need to start acting like grown-ups. Y'all need to start acting like grown-ups. When did a political label, whether it be Republican or Democrat, when did that just wipe away all common sense and stop you from being a grown up? We have to go back to being adults. And if we can do that, get out of our emotions and be adults in the room, and look at everything objectively, we can be like, yo, this is some nonsense right now. This is some nonsense. And I hate to keep talking about Trump, but damn, he's the only one. Well, no, I can't say he's the only one no more. Because if you've been watching, DeSantos has now become enemy number one for some reason. For some reason, they're doing an emerald on DeSantos. They're kicking it up another notch. They're kicking it up another notch. First, do y'all see? First, he was sort of kind of a racist. Then he had the issue with Disney, with the LG, with the alphabet people, and then what was it? What was it? DeSantos don't like black people. It's not safe for black people to go to Florida. Now what is it? Now you got thousands of, I don't know if I can call them, I'll call them immigrants, migrants. Now I don't know the percentage of how many of them are legal, how many of them on working papers and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna leave it at migrants. But now you got thousands of them trying to hold, I ain't gonna say all of Florida, but portions of Florida hostage because they don't agree with the American laws that Governor DeSantos has put in place in Florida. So now you see them trying to now let me clarify one thing. They are advocating for illegals to be able to come here. See, this is the thing that got me. Because there's never really been an issue about legal immigration. They fight about it, if it could be done better this and that way. But we're talking about illegal immigration. So now you have a community of thousands that are standing up in Florida advocating, because he just states, if you don't have documentation, and if you are in the state of Florida illegally, you're not going to have certain privileges and rights. And they don't find that fair. Wow. DeSantos, bro, the only advice I can give you, stay in Florida. The people of Florida love you. You got a great record. Focus on not letting them tear the state of Florida apart. Okay? Focus on not letting them tear your state apart. Focus on not letting them turn you into something that you're not. You really need to, and this is just my opinion, DeSantos, you really need to take your eye off of 2024. For some reason, people can look at the actual and factual and turn a blind eye to it. If you look at if you've been watching the polls with DeSantos and Trump, ever since DeSantos has called for his candidacy, he's gotten like 2 percentage points, and that basically came from the state of Florida. Don't let ambition override loyalty, DeSantos. Listen to me, DeSantos. Don't let ambition override loyalty. You're a young man. Don't let the Democrats or certain people in the right pump you up to do something that is really going to be detrimental to you in the long run. You're smarter than that. Be strategic. Play the long game. Play the long game. And what's the long game? You want America to get right back on course? So if you want America to get right back on course, wouldn't it be smarter to because I know America is awakened with what's going on. So wouldn't it be smarter to like let Trump do 4 years and then you come in and do 8 years, which would be a 12-year run, rather than just do 4 for you in hope somebody else comes in after you? You know, if Trump does 4 and you come in and just say, Trump, I'm going to be your VP, because you know if you want to be it, he's going to give it to you without a shadow of a doubt. Because that's just the type of guy he is. He looks towards the future. And he'll respect you for understanding and respecting the pecking order and the chain of command. Because me, personally, in my opinion, you're out of pocket. Wait your turn. Don't let nobody pump you into doing something that you really, really wasn't going to do. So, that's one thing I can say about that. What else do we got going on today? I don't know. It's just basic conversation. It's just a basic Friday morning conversation. And what else did I hear? Okay, so now Glamour magazine. Glamour, as you can see, I'm not at my laptops. I'm sitting out here on my phone. So Glamour magazine. They have what you call. Did y'all see the picture of the woman on the magazine cover with the pregnant stomach? It's now the title I think was transgender man, but Glamour magazine had it up on there. Now I don't know what they're trying to portray. But see, this is when it gets, to me anyway, this is when it gets ridiculous. You're not going to convince me that, or anybody that has any common sense, any type of logic, you're not going to convince me that that's a man. No, you got transgender man, but it's a woman. It's a female that is identifying as a man. That's all it is. It's a woman, a female, that is identifying as a man. So the way they try to portray it is men still can't get pregnant, no matter what you say. So it's not biologically possible. Huh, it's crazy. But I wanted to come on here and see how everybody was doing today. And I'm just rambling. Because it's a beautiful day. And I had to get out my house. But it is what it is. But other than that, it's just sitting back, wondering what's next. Wondering what is next. I think Comer is finally going to get the piece of document that he wanted, that Christopher Wray was trying not to turn over. They actually wanted Cuomo and the other guy Grassley. They actually wanted them to come over and look at the document. I guess the document was going to be redacted, possibly. So they wanted them to come over there, but Comer and them was like, nah, we want to have the document in hand because Comer wants to see it. He don't want everybody to have to rely on he say, she say. You know, second, third hand information. He wants everybody to be able to see the document and then judge for himself. This way they can't mischaracterize, take anything out of context. Say Comer try to take anything out of context because you know they good for, you know, rearranging words and shit. But it is what it is. The days that we gotta live through. I know one thing for sure. I don't want to hear nothing else about Trump being corrupt or anything like that. And I would hope all Americans would feel the same way until we can get to the bottom of half. Okay, I'm just going to say half. Until we can get to the bottom of half of the crap that this administration's been doing. You know, they talking about locking Trump up. When y'all hear them talking about locking Trump up, or Georgia might press charges, or this state might press charges, I don't care what you are. It ain't about, like I said, it ain't about Republican or Democrat. If you are an American and you hear that nonsense, you need to just stop whoever's talking that shit in their tracks and just be like, yo, hold up. We don't need to hear no more about Trump until half the shit that's gone on with this administration is investigated. Half. Because none of this stuff was ever investigated. And that's the sad part about it all. We now know as Americans that we've been okey-doked, bamboozled, lied to, betrayed, however you want to slice it and dice it, whatever you want to call it. We've been played. And they continue to play us like a fiddle to this day. But guess what? Now you got Democrats coming out crying foul. You know why? Because they recognize what's going on and what's happening. And now they see themselves being silenced. Why is it all of a sudden for a Democrat that wants to try and buck the system, why is it that they have to now come on conservative airwaves to voice their displeasures that they have with their party? The Democrats are seeing and understanding and realizing the exact same things that us as Mega Nation Republican and conservatives have been dealing with. They're being looked over. They're being pushed aside, and they're being let known. They're making it known to them that their voice does not matter. So doesn't it have to work both ways? You know how many people Trump has lined up waiting to debate him and waiting to try to take him out of the candidacy for president? But the Democratic Party is going to actually put out there and say, without a shadow of a doubt, that Joe Biden is going to be the nominee for the Democratic Party, pushing all others aside. Now, from what I hear, RFK Jr. has 20 percentage points. And now you have actors in Hollywood coming out and basically saying, listen, you are not even going to allow us the opportunity to hear Joe Biden debate other Democrats on stage. If that isn't authoritarianism, however you say the word, if that isn't it, when you literally silence your party and say, hush, we've spoken. But maybe that also is what it's going to take. Told you they eat their own. But now, they're about to find out. They're about to find out. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in with me this morning. I had quite a few people jumping on here. And it was like, a great Friday morning conversation. But I'm going to try to get productive, get something done. Remember, your boy, I don't know how long, but he's back on Rumble. He's back on YouTube. So y'all make sure y'all go over there, like, share, subscribe. Subscribe. Ring that bell so y'all can get them instant notifications. So, in the meantime, in between time, until next time, this is your man in the lab. I am out.